it's time for a short story. This is entitled LOL. The first time I saw Tina was in the gym's narrow hallway between the over-chlorinated pool and the stale locker rooms. I noticed how the whites of her eyes contrasted with her smooth ebony skin. Her braids, like loose lariat cords, hovered atop her eyebrows. Braids flowed over her ears, settling just above her shoulders, revealing deltoid muscles that showed off her toned upper arm. She had a willowy, supple body with a confident spring in her step, graceful, not aggressive. She stopped in her tracks when she saw my kids' red high-top sneakers. She placed her ample red lips to my ear and whispered, "Red high tops? That's hoopwear, you know." "My dad wore red high tops," I whispered back, emphasizing dad as a shield against any snide comeback. "I saw a pair like that in the Basketball Hall of Fame," she chuckled. What do you have against white sneakers?" "I like to mix colors," I blurted, not realizing who I was talking to. She didn't seem to take offense. In fact, she grinned. "That's one for you," she said. I licked my right thumb and pressed it against an invisible scoreboard. "BTW, my name is Tina," she said. My daughter taught me the basic lingo, text lingo, so I replied, "BRB." "BRB? Oh no," she said, "you're not going anywhere. I'm not done with you." "Am I under arrest?" I asked her. "Are you going to tell me who those antiques belong to?" I pointed to my cap. "Doug's Donuts, that's me." "Donuts is your last name?" She smirked. "That's one for you. We're even now," I said. I needed this unexpected exchange to lift my spirits. This morning my wife served me bacon and eggs, along with a side of divorce papers. "When you finish your workout," Tina said, "you can find me on the courts. Maybe we can do something together." I stood in the middle of the passageway trying to avoid the stream of women exiting yoga. From the middle of the herd, Tina looked back at me with a broad smile. I returned the favor. I liked the way her braids bounced when she walked. At 50, I didn't want to be the proverbial old fool. I decided to obey the blinking orange light going off in my head. She was just being friendly. I thought, do not fall all over yourself. I'm at least 20 years older than her. If it wasn't for my red sneakers, she would never see me. I finished my strength training and made a beeline to the overhead track above the basketball courts. Tina was taking set shots. That was the first clue I missed. She looked up and waved for me to come down. When I set foot on the court, she sauntered over, twirling the ball on the tips of her fingers. That was my second missed clue. I was being snookered. She tossed the ball at me and said, "How about some one-on-one?" "Okay," I said, "let's get it on. First, I'll bet you a beer that a woman in white Adidas can take a man in red hot tops any day." Buying Tina a beer was preordained. Losing my wife was now the furthest thing from my mind. After a few minutes, Tina stopped in the middle of a point, held the ball against her hip, and asked, "Is that all you've got?" "Come on, stop stalling. You're the one out of breath," I said. My back hunched over, with both my hands resting on my knees. In that short time, I got my second wind. The game became a no-holds-barred brawl. Tina blocked my set shots like a mother protecting her babies. In her zeal to control the ball, and our zeal to control the ball, we purposely brushed up against each other. Neither of us cared. It felt like we were part of a double helix. Crick and Watson must have been basketball fans. She hovered over my shoulders, gobbled up the rebounds, dribbled between her legs, flipped the ball from one hand to the other, and then with a head fake charged to the basket. It was like playing against Tinkerbell. She won. I won't tell you the score. We got a standing ovation. We held hands and did a 360 Olympic bow. I was bent over leaning against the wall, trying to catch my breath when Tina said, "Get your real clothes on. I'll wait for you in the lobby. You owe me one." Just then the door to the court opened. A man in his early 20s, well-built with tattooed biceps and muscles to spare, walked in. "Hi, Tom," Tina said, surprised to see him. "What are you doing here? I mean, you're supposed to be supervising the ER tonight." "I traded with Stangler so we can go out. I've been putting in too many hours, and he thought I should be spending more time with you." I looked at Tina and said, "LOL."
See what I mean? Holy moly. It's a movie. It's a movie. Thank you, Michael. That was great. That was great.